There was another famine in the land, in addition to the one that had occurred in Abraham's time. And Isaac went to Abimelech, king of the Philistines, at Gerar. The Lord appeared to him and said, "Do not go down to Egypt. Live in the land that I tell you about. Stay in this land as a foreigner, and I will be with you and bless you. For I will give you all these lands and your offspring, and I will confirm the oath that I swore to your father Abraham. I will make your offspring as numerous as the stars of the sky. I will give your offspring all these lands, and all the nations of the earth will be blessed by your offspring, because Abraham listened to my voice and kept my mandate, my commands, my statutes, my instructions." So Isaac settled in Gerar. When the men of the palace asked about his wife, he said, "She is my sister." For he was afraid to say my wife, thinking, "The men of the palace will kill me on account of Rebekah, for she is a beautiful woman." When Isaac had been there for some time, Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked down from the window and was surprised to see Isaac caressing his wife Rebekah. Abimelech sent for Isaac and said, "So she is really your wife? How could you say she is my sister?" Isaac answered him, "Because I thought I might die on account of her." Then Abimelech said, "What is this you have done to us? One of the people could easily have slept with your wife, and you would have brought guilt on us." So Abimelech warned all the people with these words, "Whomever harms this man or his wife will certainly die." Isaac sowed seed in that land, and in that year he reaped 100 times what was sown. The Lord blessed him, and the man became rich, and he kept getting richer until he was very wealthy. He had flocks of sheep, herds of cattle, and many slaves, and the Philistines were envious of him. The Philistines stopped up all the wells that his father's slaves had dug in the days of his father Abraham, filling them with dirt. And Abimelech said to Isaac, "Leave us, for you are much too powerful for us." So Isaac left there, camped in the valley of Gerar, and stayed there. Isaac reopened the water wells that had been dug in the days of his father Abraham, and that the Philistines had stopped up after Abraham died. He gave them the same names that his father had given them. Then Isaac's slaves dug in the valley and found a well of spring water there. But the herdsmen of Gerar quarreled with Isaac's herdsmen and said, "The water is ours." So he named the water Quarrel, because they quarreled with him. Then they dug another well and quarreled over that one, so he named it Hostility. He moved from there and dug another, and they did not quarrel over it. He named it Open Spaces, and said, "For now the Lord has made room for us, and we will be fruitful in the land." From there he went up to Beersheba, and the Lord appeared to him that night and said, "I am the God of your father Abraham. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will bless you and multiply your offspring because of my servant Abraham." So he built an altar there and called on it the name of Yahweh and pitched his tent there. Isaac's slaves also dug a well there. Now Abimelech came to him from Gerar with Ahuzah his advisor, and Pithol the commander of his army. Isaac said to him, "Why have you come to me? You hated me and sent me away from you." They replied, "We have clearly seen how the Lord has been with you. We think there should be an oath between two parties, between us and you. Let us make a covenant with you. You will not harm us, just as we have not harmed you. But we have only done what was good to you, sending you away in peace. You are now blessed by the Lord." So he prepared a banquet for them, and they ate and drank. They got up early in the morning and swore an oath to each other. Then Isaac sent them on their way, and they left in peace. On that same day, Isaac's slaves came to tell them about the well they had dug, saying to them, "We have found water." He called it Sheba. Therefore, the name of the city is Beersheba to this day. As the son of Abraham and Sarah in their old age, Isaac surely witnessed much in his life regarding how God interacted with his parents. Like others in the Old Testament, we can see Isaac as a type of Christ, that he exhibited similar attributes. The parallel is seen between Isaac bearing the wood for the sacrificial fire, Genesis 22:6, and Christ carrying the cross. Growing up the way he did, Isaac surely understood the covenants God made with his father Abraham. We see in Isaac, as with most children, kids learn from their examples of their parents. Isaac no doubt heard the accounts from his father about the experiences in Egypt. For example, Abraham portrayed his wife as his sister too, to Pharaoh's officials. See Genesis 12:11-13. And Isaac used the same ruse with his wife and Abimelech in Genesis 26:7-9. His father also had dealings with Abimelech and Phishol in the region of Gerar. Abraham also chose negotiation over direct conflict, and Isaac in this passage seems to do the same. He kept moving further away from Abimelech in order to find a peaceful place to settle. He finally got to a place where God confirmed to him by saying, "I am the God of your father Abraham. Do not fear, for I am with you." Genesis 26:24. As Christians, we often expect the world to leave us alone and accept our stance of faith in Christ Jesus. What we find in these passages is that jealousy was the driving force behind the conflict. This is often true today. The world cannot comprehend the peace we should exhibit in its chaos. The world loves conflict, fear, and power. We, however, also pursue these. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no law. See Galatians 5:22-23.